you ain't ready to ride, get your mind right. Coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? You ain't really about it if you ain't prepared to die. Talking about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? You ain't really about it if you ain't prepared to die. Talking about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? Laughing at your idol gods, looking like some Digimons. Babylon won't carry on, this dragon getting mini bombs. You can call me Daniel, son, you know I serve the living God. Yours is made of
apartheid, and how a lot of today's what's the word I'm looking for? Not miracles. Somebody give me a word. Not miracles. Ideas in medicine. The forwardness of medicine. I can't think of the right word right now. But anyway, the point is that Esau used our brothers and sisters to study, to learn how to do certain things, right? And a lot of the medicines and things today comes from that. And so we're going to kind of deal in that aspect, except we're going to go in a different route tonight. So tonight is going to be more so about self, which is it's funny because I was on UGL earlier today, and well, towards the end of class, like as I was coming here, and I was talking to two brothers and just was listening to their speech and what they were saying. And, you know, our people have this mentality of having like a low self-esteem, you know, and we got to change that. We got to change that. But so tonight, well, we're going to deal with it from a different aspect. So the class tonight is called Self-Hatred and the Rise of the BBL. So we're going to talk about, we're going to have that conversation tonight. We're going to have that conversation tonight. But the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is because the lines have been blurred between what's acceptable for beauty. Let's get it real quick. Proverbs 3:31. I'm going to explain what I mean. You know, as I read this scripture, do you have that picture of the magazine that I sent? Put that on. Put that up. Don't put it on the screen just yet. Let's go to Proverbs 3:31. I'm going to show you what I mean.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
That brother got a good reading voice. Oh, praises. He said Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Is that a scripture I want? Yes. Let's go.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So it says to not envy the oppressor, and also to not choose any of his ways. So when you look at a lot of our culture is geared towards following what the other nations do. And when you read throughout scriptures, Israel always had a problem with following what the other nations were doing. And you know, the one scripture I'm always quoting, Leviticus 18:2, after the doings of the land of Egypt where you were, don't do. After the doings of the land of Canaan where you're getting ready to go, don't do. Because these cultures, these nations had a lot of grotesque, a lot of weird things going on that God did not want Israel to learn. And so, now put this on the screen. I don't know. I remember being in the grocery store and seeing this magazine, and for whatever reason in my head, it was like ingrained in my brain. How many of y'all ever seen this magazine before? It says that Gwyneth Paltrow is the world's most beautiful woman. Say word? But that's what our oppressor and our enemy deems as beautiful. They deem this as beauty. Based upon what criteria? Because I mean, I could close my eyes and point to and one of the sisters over there that look 10 times better than this. And so what has happened is the enemy has defined what's attractive. The enemy has defined what's acceptable, what's considered beautiful. And unfortunately, a lot of our sisters are chasing behind the idea of what Esau thinks is beautiful and what Esau thinks is acceptable. And it creates this lack of self-esteem, because what God says is beautiful, what God deems as honorable and attractive, our sisters don't gravitate towards that. Like, y'all sisters do realize that the world is copying our culture. Like, let's read it. Watch this. I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to show you what I mean in Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 16. We're gonna go through these couple of scriptures real quick before we kind of dig in. Ezekiel, as soon as I can find it, chapter 16, and we're gonna start at verse. I want to start at verse number 10.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
I clothed thee also with broidered works, and showed thee with badger skin.
Has any one of y'all sisters ever worn badger skin before? No? Say it sounds nice. It's in my mind, I imagine it's like must feel good on your skin. Like if you ever bought that you get that 100% cotton shirt, not the 80% cotton and the 20% rayon or whatever. That joint had your skin itching when you start sweating. But that 100% cotton is like that shirt don't even get wet when you sweat. You know what I'm saying? That's that pure cotton. I'll put it on the screen. Yo, me and my wife, where were we at? Where was we at? We was somewhere. And they had like these like authentic cow hides. Like they had, I guess, took the skin of the cow and turned it into a rug. And I was rubbing my hand on my jaw. I'm like, God, no, that'll feel good on my, like, just rub your feet through the through the skin. Put that on the screen. The badger, he's ugly though. But the point though is that our definition of beauty has changed. So in biblical times, this was considered to be fine linen, fine threads. Keep reading.
And I girded thee about with fine linen.
Uh-huh.
And I covered thee with silk.
Uh-huh.
And I decked thee also with ornaments. And I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
Uh-huh.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead.
Right, so you know how those East Indian women got the jewels on their forehead? They got that from y'all. They got it from y'all. You got white women now getting surgery to have bigger lips. Why can't they just stay the way that they are? Why are they trying to mimic our sisters? But then our sisters are trying so hard to look like the oppressors. To the point, not even just their nose, they cut their eyebrows off and then draw them joints back on. Why not just keep the eyebrows you got?
At least their eyebrows will grow back and they could change that. You cut your nose and you look like Michael Jackson. What is that? Got a light skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson.
Got a dark skinned friend.
Cut your face. Then did all of this to look like these people, and then when it's all said and done, you can't take it back. You can't go get a re-nigga nose.
Right. Wait, say what? Run that back.
You can't renege on the nose. You can't take it back. You can't.
That's profound.
Yeah. You can't. You are it's a physical alteration of they self to envy this man and envy, like you said, his standards of beauty and envy the things that he says wonderful and all of this.
Uh-huh.
But once you do it to yourself, you can't go back.
Right.
You can't go back to who. Look, I can see. Okay, you messed up and you dyed your hair. You learned you was wrong. Your hair can grow out. You know what I'm saying? You can cut it off. It can grow back. You could glory in the beauty that the Most High made. But just think, when you go and you cut your nose, or you go and dip yourself in some solution to take the brown out of you, or you do some of these things that's irreversible almost to yourself, where you like when I was in Jamaica, you could tell who was bleaching in Jamaica because, and the crazy thought is, you hear Jamaica talking, oh, they so proud to be Jamaican and they so this and we so much better than y'all niggas over there. But when you get over there where they at,
they trying their best to look like
they trying their best to be like the white man. And the way you could tell, because just imagine being somewhere it's 90 degrees and they got on the whole hoodie. Not like how these little jokers be. You know, like these little Jews, they wear hoodies year round too now for whatever reason.
They wear hoodies because their daddies ain't in their life.
But they got the hat on. They might have on gloves. And then the crazy part is they knuckle always be black. I don't know why. They must forget to put the cream on their knuckle and on that black crusty part of their ear right there. They be forgetting that part. And the elbow, yeah. Everything else be light skin.
I'm telling them Jews wear them hoodies year round. It be 90 degrees outside and they got their hoodie on.
But I'm saying that to say that once they bleach themselves, their skin can't even be in the environment where they from.
Right. It's not natural. You're taking
You know
away
what
the
I'm saying? Like
pigmentation
you
in your skin.
damage, you physically damage yourself to emulate somebody else.
Right.
That's crazy.
And God says to not envy your oppressor. You do realize that the son doesn't like Esau. Do y'all remember that video I showed y'all about the sunscreen? Who remembers that video? Don't none of y'all supposed to remember that video? Yeah, y'all don't. Oh, now I gotta show it. Can you talk real quick, officer? I gotta show it now.
Man, why I gotta talk? Okay. All right. Let's go. Give me Proverbs chapter 16 to 25. I'm gonna talk. Go over something.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man.
This right here is that envying. In some of our people mind, to reach for certain goals or to behave a certain way or to dress a certain way or to put on even to the point where they would mimic their voice to try to sound like remember like Stacey Dash. Like she never came out of that Clueless. Yeah, that's it. But like she never came out of that Clueless. You ever seen Clueless? Any of y'all young Jews ever seen Clueless? Zachariah, you old. If you older than 22, you old. You've been in captivity a long time. But you could tell, like, from her personality as we watched her on different things, she never came out of that mind frame. To her, that way of moving was right to her. To talk with that little crazy voice like, this is how I am, and to lighten her skin and straighten her hair and bleach it. Like, to her, that was right. In her mind, that was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Some of our brothers to dress the way that they dress, whether it's skinny jeans and mega holes in your pockets, your pants just ripped up. To a lot of people, those ways seem right. Their behaviors to them are justified. Read.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
So, but the overall big picture of it is destruction for you. Like you see that sister, she can't grasp with her people anymore. Or our brothers, they get so far into a certain way of, oh yeah, everybody thugging, everybody a Crip, everybody a Blood, to where you get so far into that now you can't pull yourself out by yourself no more. Mm-hmm. That's the ways the way thereof is death. Those things are part of the things that help destroy your soul. It destroys your way of thinking. It takes you away from the Most High. And we know that the wages of sin is what? Death. Mm-hmm. And you trapped in those things. You trapped in ways of vanity. You trapped in ways of lasciviousness. You're trapped in immodesty. You know what I'm saying? You trapped in violence. But to you, at the time, you thought that was a good thing. A lot of us came from those things. You know, we were doing stuff in the street. We thought that was a good way to go. You're right. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm drinking and driving. I'm finna hit the club. I'm finna, before you know it, you owe them people $10,000. Mm-hmm. Or you done killed somebody. Or you know what I'm saying? Because you thought what you was doing was a right thing. You thought it was cool. It was fun. I'm finna just hit the dope. Like I have a running joke that people did crack in the 80s was at least minimum 5-year run off of one hit of dope.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a 5-year minimum.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? When they was getting ready to do it, it was right in their mind. Mm-hmm. We finna have some fun. We just finna, you know what I'm saying, see what this all about. Next thing you know, they done lost their business, their wife gone, their kids dirty. The baby just outside walking around. You be like, what happened? Because the end thereof was death. The end of those ways, the end of the way that they was thinking, the outcome of it was destruction for them. You found it? You got what you want?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for y'all that have not seen it, you can go to put it on the screen. This is what I was talking about. And we spend, and I'm also talking about the sisters right now because I'm going to be talking about the brothers as well too. But we spend so much time trying to be like our oppressors, and they spend the majority of their time trying to be like us. Go ahead and play that. So this is the effects of sunscreen on white people but it's shown up under a UV light. So watch what it does. Watch this. Is this it, Officer Ira? Do me a favor, officers. Skip forward just a little bit to when they start putting the sunscreen on. All right, there we go. So the white girl, she's putting the sunscreen on, right? Watch this. You would think they got on blackface. All right, you can take it down. And so the point of trying to show that was that in order for Esau to be protected by the sun, they have to camouflage themselves to look like you, how you naturally look.
No, they're killing you to do that. Remember, because when we went over them to taking the melanin, they used
right,
melanin.
exactly right.
They use melanin in sunscreen. So where they getting it from?
From the medical apartheid.
Where they getting it from?
From all them babies they kidnapping and they taking and stealing the melanin, the melanin was in taking sunscreen? And the liver and the oil. All y'all organ donors.
Well, if you would have, because a few seconds back in that video, it showed what black people look like in the same light, and then that's why they started saying that the UV, the suntan lotion, mimics melanin in ultraviolet light. But we read last week during the medical apartheid part that they learn how to take the melanin out of your skin. And the melanin is used to make sunscreen.
So they kill you. Some form of it. They kill you so that they can walk this earth as you.
You know what's crazier than that, though? We imitate them in looks or status or in things. We want the Maseratis, or we want the Gucci bag, or we want the, in my day it was Tommy Hilfiger. You wanted Nautica, right? You wanted to wear khakis, and you know what I'm saying, khaki shorts was whatever the case may be. We wanted to look like those in those outward things.
Right.
They're imitating you in the eyes of God. But we not even catching on to that. We just looking at the whole, oh, y'all trying to talk black. That's cultural appropriation. You white, you can't have braids. What about the one that's pretending to actually be you to the world? It's one thing to mimic somebody's style.
Right.
It's another whole thing to identity theft someone. Y'all, anyway.
All right, so now let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3. We're going to start at verse number 1. We'll kind of dig into it a little bit now.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also, that in the last days, what's that word?
Perilous.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection.
Give me that third link, the third one, third from the left. No, keep reading. No, not there. What you got at the top?
Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
So the Bible says that in the last days, a sign of the perilous times are all of these things that are listed below. And we're going to start with men being lovers of their own self. I find it coincidental. Not even coincidental. But it's funny how the scriptures talk about being lovers of yourself, And then now with the invention of the smart camera, think about it. So we've taken pictures before, right? But then what was the point of putting the camera on the front of the phone? The whole point of it is to take selfies, right? I got a question. Sisters, I want y'all to look at all the brothers. Look at all the brothers real quick. Brothers, I want y'all to be honest. By a show of hands, how many of you have more than 3 selfies in your phone? All right, so we got a couple. Okay. All right, brothers, look at the sisters. Sisters. I ain't even said sisters.
Just go ahead and raise your hand.
How many of you have more than 5 selfies in your phone? You see the difference, brothers? Why? Why do y'all have so many selfies in your phone? I'm asking.
Facebook profile.
Do they have a mic? I'm curious. Oh, I want to hear it on the mic.
Different changes in your face.
What do you mean different changes on your face?
Like
your face look different?
Yeah.
You put on a different face?
No, but sometimes it's different in certain light.
In the words of Tupac, I see no changes.
What you got, Sister Tavera? First, how many selfies you got on your phone?
Too many. Shalom.
Why do y'all keep them?
I lie to myself and say it's like for memory, but
Put the mic
No.
close to your mouth.
I lie to myself and say it's like for memories, but I look the same. So I think it's because it's so accessible, and it's just like, oh, let me just new glasses, new hair. It's a problem actually, but I think it's because they gave it to us, and they're like, this is what you should do. Take a picture of yourself all the time. Scroll, you see you're somebody else. You see this person, you see this person. Take a picture of yourself. Do this, do that. And it's like, okay. And because it's accessible, and I just open my phone, and it's right there at the bottom. Take a picture, but it's a problem.
Okay. And I have a theory. Sister G? I'm going to tell you what I think. But go ahead. What you got, Sister G? Shalom.
I'm actually opposite. I hate taking selfies. The ones that I have on my phone is for...
Wait, I hate taking selfies, but the ones I have in my phone...
No, because, like, for example, I had to take a selfie for the telegram.
Is it still in your phone?
Oh, I deleted some. I deleted some.
You
I don't like
some, not all of them? Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between the way men view things and the way women view things. And I believe it comes from, because like, here's the thing. When you take the selfies, like the technology now, you can damn near change your face and what you look like. So it's like, okay, to some degree, with whatever insecurities that you, because like, here's the thing about women. They're, how do I say this and not be offensive? Brothers, we don't so much really care about how we look. Like the basics, like, we'll get our hair cut, trim and stuff like that. But brothers aren't, like, we're not so much concerned about how nice we look to everybody in the world. That's more of a sister's thing, which is why, y'all put the makeup on and do all this other crazy stuff like that. And then you have the selfies in your phone, and what it does is it gives you a different perspective of yourself. Because that's what the filters do, right? It lets you enhance or change certain features that you might not like about yourself. Even with the invention of Photoshop, you can take a picture of a person and change the cheek structure, change the lip, change the eye. You can change exactly what you look like. And because of whatever's on the inside that you're not happy with, it causes you to not only keep all these different selfies, but it's vain, it's vanity. Because what's the point? Okay. All right. So while you're doing that, so let's kind of dig into it. Scroll down a little bit. Let's read this a little bit. The title of this article is from the Child's Mind Institute, but the title of it says, "What Selfies Are Doing to Self-Esteem." Scroll down. Scroll a little bit. It's a part that talk about the children. Come down. Keep coming. I'll tell you when to stop. Right. Come. Right there. Seeking perfection. Read that part for me, Soldier Aaron.
Seeking perfection. If you've been telling your daughter that she's beautiful just the way she is getting a different message when she opens up Instagram and sees filters and lenses that alter appearances.
So you can tell your daughter all day that she's beautiful, but then when you have celebrities pushing the idea of enhancing and Botox and all these other things, and you can do this and you can look like this. Imagine, I mean, y'all have been young girls before. Y'all been young men before. You know, you wanted the attention of a sister and vice versa. Those insecurities and what you think is not right about yourself start to kind of play in your mind. Start playing, and you think that, oh, my teeth aren't straight enough, or my face isn't this, or my arms isn't this, or this, or, you know, whatever. Right? Keep reading.
Pictures used to be final. Now we have post-production. Dr. Hamlet.
Post-production is those filters. So it's not just taking a picture no more. Because one thing about pictures don't lie.
They are marvelous.
Whatever the picture see, that's what it sees. The problem is that we don't like what we see. We keep looking at ourselves. The question to ask is, well, whose lens are we looking through to justify how we should appear to the world? Are we looking at it from a biblical lens? Because we just read Ezekiel 16. We hadn't even gone to Isaiah, but the world is copying after the beauty of the sisters. Why is it that we're so focused on, Esau said Gwyneth Paltrow is the world's most beautiful woman. And they chase after that. Keep reading.
Dr. Hamlet acknowledges that some of the filters are fun and distort in amusing ways, but also points out there are pretty filters on Instagram and Snapchat.
So if you don't like what you see, you can beautify yourself. Read.
Beautifying filters are used almost reflectively by many, which means that girls are getting used to seeing their peers effectively airbrushed every single day online. Excuse me, I'm read that again. Which means that girls are getting used to seeing their peers effectively airbrushed every single day online.
Wait, and to something that you said, Sister G, because you're not the only one that doesn't like taking photos, right? A lot of people don't like taking. I don't like taking photos, right? But you have to internally ask yourself, why is it that you don't like taking photos? And then the ultimate answer usually ends up being, I don't like how I look in the photo, right? That's the thing.
Take my good side.
And which is why why sisters tend to have more selfies than brothers, because you're more concerned about what you look like than brothers do. And so you take the selfies from different angles because you're trying to find the angle where in your mind you think you look attractive. But attractive according to who? Because here's the thing. Sisters, what you think is attractive, chances are that ain't the same thing that your husband thinks.
No, it is almost
the opposite.
A 70-30 chance that you are completely wrong in what he thinks is attractive about you. Mm-hmm. Now, there are, he's gonna think that you're pretty,
right?
Or, those things. But the things that you think of as flaws, let's say that he's not even remotely concerned. I know I'm not with my wife. Like, all right, whatever. I mean, that ain't what because that's just not how we think. Mm-hmm. That's not how our minds work. And that's why we see a lot of the superficial things that we see now are not for the male. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you see like a peacock, he got all the feathers. The pretty one is the male. Y'all know that, right? The pretty one is the male, but all of his prettiness is to attract the female. We are verse versa. And I like to say it verse versa for a reason. We are backwards. Like my grandma used to tell me all the time, you bass apples. So I say verse versa. Anyway, we will do things, and more likely the sisters will do things to get the approval of sisters.
Not the man, it's the sisters.
Now, men will do things because we trying to catch the girls. Because we know y'all like, now that's not to say that some of the stuff that we don't like ourselves, but at the same time, like what the officer said, we're far less concerned with it. Our concern comes because your concern comes. You know what I'm saying? If a man knew he could get up every day, wash his face, put on some deodorant, and go to work, and the sisters was going to be like, oh, man, that's what he going to do. But because y'all like, what a designer, what a Gucci, whatever then guess what he starts to do? Now he goes and gets those things, He may work really hard to get those things, and because as a man, he has to work hard to get them. But he works hard to get them because the woman likes them. He going to wear the Savage, the Creed cologne.
If we could get a wife and live in a cardboard box,
long as she up in there with me. I just told my wife that today. I said, I appreciate you for just shutting the hell up, even when I ain't got what I need moving, because that's all we looking for. Is you here with me? I'm gonna do what I can to take care of you. I'm gonna do what I can to show you that I love you. I'm gonna do what but the things don't mean as much to us as the things mean to you. So when we see our sisters doing things, it's not because the man wants it. It's because she's competing with women. Like, just say for instance, and it's worldly as hell and it's wicked. But if a sister find out that her husband or her boyfriend was cheating on her, she goes to look to see what the girl looked like. She ain't thinking nothing
every
about
single time. Not what she got to offer, what her job is. She don't.
Only thing she thinking about, that just don't even look that good.
Every
Not
time.
What you thinking about?
Every time.
He wasn't thinking about that
at all.
But y'all ain't understood that, because that's why I said that they're getting used to seeing their friends in filters. So guess what? I can't be unfiltered. I have to be filtered too, because she can't look better than me. Because if she look better than me, then what? What is y'all ultimate thought plan when I want to hear from a sister? When y'all are competing with other sisters, and don't act like none of y'all never have. What is the thought pattern? What is the ultimate outcome of it? Like, I want to look better than hers for.
Sisters?
Now, this is where y'all answer.
Sisters? You coming to give us an answer, Sister Roberta?
Roberta come from a different time. Sister Roberta come from an era where you couldn't make gravy. You ain't going to keep no man.
Exactly.
You better know how to make that gravy
with
some onions and a flour.
To make you feel better that it wasn't because of your looks that he left you.
So y'all compete to make sure that if you happen to lose, whether it be lose a man, lose a job, lose a what, it wasn't because of your looks. Anybody else? That sounds reasonable. I mean, it don't sound far-fetched. Because it happens at jobs. Y'all be sitting there competing with a girl at the job like that. Came in here looking dusty. You be like, y'all is typing on a computer. For what? Both of y'all at the drive-thru at McDonald's. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. So what is the thought pattern? What is the thought that y'all actually trying to obtain? Let me get a script. Let me get Ecclesiastes. Let me see. 6 and make sure. No, 11 and 8. Let me get Ecclesiastes 11 and 8.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 8. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity.
Everything that you do in this life, according to the scriptures, you can remember all the days of your life. You can remember being at work. You can remember, the time that you went to Six Flags, and the time you first met your husband in the truth. But the Lord said it's all vanity. None of it means nothing really outside of keeping the commandments. And this is something that we have to get in it says it in James 2. I think I wrote that down. James 4. Let me see. Go to James 4 and 14. Same thing. Because I'm asking to get to y'all mind, like, what? What's the thought? But because guess what? Men do it too, but ours is different. Ours is a little different. Ours is to make sure that our wives have enough. Our children have enough. But sometimes we want so much more Why? Because we see that there's more that we can have, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we might be like, yes, $60,000 is enough for me to keep my family living comfortable. I can spend time with them, my wife. I can hang with her so she not feeling lonely. I can teach my children stuff. But what if something happened and 60,000 ain't enough? I should go get some more. Let me get some more just to be safe. Now, this is going to be the mind state of more of a man in the truth. A man in the world, his mindset will be, I can need to get more hoes. How can I get more? Bigger rims. They like bigger rims. Better smelling cologne. They like better smelling cologne. Run up the bag so I can always tell these niggas, you ain't got on me, nigga. I'm out here getting to it. You understand what I'm saying? Read that, James 4:14.
James chapter 4, verse 14.
Read.
Whereas ye know not what shall be on tomorrow.
So the Lord is telling, he said, you could run up the bag and then step outside and nigga on a Vespa scooter hit your ass and you paralyzed or you gone. Or your bank account just get froze tomorrow. Or you, whatever the case may be. Read.
For what is your life?
He says, but what is it? What is your life? What is your accumulation of stuff? What is your chasing of beauty? What is your seeking to the nations for their approval? What is your intricate plotting to outdo the next sister? What is your intricate plotting to capture silly women laden with lust? What is all of this for? Read.
It is even a vapor.
He said your life is like smoke. How many days is it our life to the Lord? A day to the Lord. 1,000 years is like one day. Can you imagine that the Lord, if 1,000 years is a day to the Lord, and you only make it 60 years, your ass been around like 20 minutes. But in your little punk ass life, you like, yeah, I'm finna run the bag up on these niggas. I'm finna get my booty done. I'm finna get my tummy tucked. I'm finna get my back to mommy. I'm getting snatched. I'm finna go get everything. I'm finna get face beat up. Is it face beat up?
Face beat.
Face beat up.
Not beat up, just beat.
Okay, face beat. You finna do all that. You got to have it. I gotta wash my car every week. I gotta make sure I'm clean. I'm finna stun on these lame ass niggas at the flex. I'm finna come through. But I got all the mans in the trunk. They kicking, trying to get loose. I'm finna make all the noise when he said, you finna do all of that. He said, but you don't have no understanding of what's coming tomorrow. And everything you did today was for what? For when your life is nothing but a. You know what else is a vapor? Poops is vapor. Poop. That's how long your life is in compared to the Most High. Just think, it was only one man that almost made it a day. There's only one man that almost made it a day. One. And the Lord said, I can't even deal with y'all that long. He said, I ain't going to give you but 125 years, mate. And now he said, your strength come by way of 70. Give or take. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away.
He said, your life is but a vapor that appear but for a little time. And then it's gone. But in all of that time, what are we filling our lives with? Vanity. How I look. How good my shoes look. Is my job cleanly, freshly pressed? Is my face beat up? Do this shirt make sure my chest sit right? Is my back, is my pull over, that's too fat? Let me, they say it in the mirror. They sing old 1990 songs when they getting dressed. In the truth still probably. But I'm just saying, the Lord said, it's nothing. It's nothing. Everything that you think of, it's nothing. He said your life is but a short time, just a. In his sight, you came down here, you got dressed, and you died. He was like, look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh, here go another one. There go that. That one did good. That one got a SL Monte Carlo on sixes. That was pretty nice. I like that. All right, though, but you out of here. All right, I'm done.
All right, so go back to the article. Put it back on the screen. Scroll down a little bit. We're going to go to the part that said the possibilities. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. There we go. Possibilities.
The possibilities can be overwhelming, particularly since girls know they are scrutinized on their appearance, as of course they are scrutinizing their peers.
And so that's what officer was talking about when the reason why y'all have so many selfies in your phone as opposed to the brothers is because sisters care more about their appearance and how they appear to the world as opposed to men. And as officer was saying, that's not what we care about. It's really not what we care about. And it's funny because I made a comment earlier today on UG, and I was saying that men, we look at women from the top down. But women, they look at the men from the feet up. How we look at each other is completely different. And now let's go to Philippians chapter 2, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3. The officer was just talking about the vanity and the vainglory.
Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3.
I sent you several TikTok videos, but I want you have to just put it on the screen. I'll let you know which one it is. The one that's to the farthest to the top right. Go ahead and read. Yeah, that one first, and then the other one, that second. Yeah, go ahead and read. 7 seconds is up.
Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
It says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. Who knows what who wants to define what does vainglory mean? What does that mean? What you got, Sister Tavera? Don't worry, brothers. I'm coming to y'all side next.
Eat today too.
Vainglory is doing something for the fulfillment of yourself. For example, doing a favor for someone just for somebody to say, oh, you did good, or thank you for that, just to get like I don't know the word I'm trying to think of, but the fulfillment back to you for nobody else.
Exactly,
Yeah,
for the praise. Exactly.
Yes,
now, from the perspective of appearance, how could someone show themselves to be vainglorious based upon their appearance?
I would say getting like designer things, just because, like knowing you're breaking your bank. You can't pay your light bill, but you're getting Versace and Gucci just for somebody to say, oh, I saw that online. That was $3,000. You bought that. That looked nice. Mm-hmm. You're suffering other places, but your appearance has to be A1. Like my dad says, you didn't take a shower, but you got new shoes on. Like you are suffering in other places, but your appearance has to be A1. No matter
right now,
how
your
else
pops
you
got
are.
on nice shoes, but he don't got no socks on.
Damn, so he said your feet stink. He said
I gotta mess with. I gotta mess with my brother.
Get that article too, right quick.
So go ahead and so I want to deal on the aspect of the vainglory, and this is actually something that just recently happened. What is this?
This is narcissist. You know, like people who like, oh, a narcissist. A person is a narcissist, but narcissus was supposedly
go ahead and put it on the screen.
A Greek. It's like Greek mythology. But can you read that?
Read it.
Why does Narcissus love himself?
Who?
Why does Narcissus love himself?
That's what the officer talking about.
Once during the summer, he was getting thirsty after hunting, and the goddess lured him to the pool where he leaned upon the water and saw himself in the bloom of youth. Narcissus did not realize it was merely his own reflection and fell deeply in love with it, as if it were another young man.
So I'm going to tell y'all right now, all y'all brothers that got too many selfies in y'all phone, y'all might want to check that spirit, boy.
Spirit. So put the other video up. And so now this is something that has just recently happened, and I want to, because what I don't want to confuse is you doing things because you like them. And let me explain what I mean. Because Bishop has made mention several times of, well, if you don't like the way your teeth align, we go get braces, right? I've worn glasses my entire life, and then I decided I wanted to get the laser surgery, right? So where do we draw that line between what's acceptable and what's not acceptable? You see what I'm saying? When is it okay to enhance certain things, and when is it not? And the line gets drawn when it comes to vainglory. That's why the scripture says nothing that you do should be done through strife or vainglory. It shouldn't be for the purpose of wanting to receive praise. If your teeth ain't straight, you want to get your teeth straight? Fine, ain't no problem with that, right? You got to get the braces. You got to get the, what they call the veneers, all the Invisalign, all those different things to fix your teeth. You want to fix your eyes, stuff like that. Those things, if it's not for superficial reasons, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you're doing it for vainglory, to be seen by others, to get the attention of other people. Because the thing is like, when you look at all these different enhancements and these different surgeries that these sisters and brothers are getting, a lot of times what they're doing is they're attempting to meet an emotional void. It's an emotional void. It's a physical way of trying to treat an emotional void, because you either want attention from somebody else, or you want the approval from somebody else. So it comes from like a deep place on the inside, some unsatisfaction that you have within yourself, and it's showing in an attempt for you to not allow it to show. You start trying to change and fix certain things, right? So I want to put this video up. Y'all should be familiar with this. Make sure it starts at 0. How many of y'all remember the sister, and I say sister, Jackie O, DC Young Fly's baby mother? So she had, I think her mother, I know her mother's Esau, but I think she's Brazilian Esau. But her father's straight up, no, Judah. He's straight up Judah. Go ahead and play this.
Somebody said, does DC like it?
Pause. Yeah. Pause. So somebody had asked her the reason why she's doing this. Is it because like does your baby father, does he like it? Because remember, the point is that what a woman should be doing should be at the approval of her husband. If your husband is not saying that he requires it, then it shouldn't be. You should only be focused on what he deems as beautiful, because he's the one you got to live with. All them other things that you're trying to do, if he doesn't approve it, if he doesn't like it, you shouldn't be doing it. Go ahead and play.
He definitely does. Just earlier, he's like, send me a picture. He's like, them things busting. I was like, okay. So he said he had some plans for them when he gets home on Monday.
Paul, and this is before she went and got the surgery. She was like talking about it online before she actually went and did it. Go ahead and play.
I don't know what his plans are. But yeah, he definitely likes them. But once again, like I said, it was not for him. I don't think
Wait. What you heard what she said? It wasn't even for him. Now, watch what else she says, though. It gets heavy. Go ahead and play.
Like, he didn't care how they were before. Wait,
pause. He didn't even care how it was before. He's just going to show what men deem as attractive and beautiful. It ain't what y'all deem as attractive and beautiful. We don't give a crap about it. We don't care. We're fine with it the way that it is. If it ain't broke, why try to fix it? Listen, sisters, we know most of y'all got stretch marks. We don't care, because some of us got them too.
Like, I put them there. I got a big.
I mean, but like in famous Cat Williams' words, he say either you were small and you got big, or you was big and you got small.
Right.
You may have that's having a baby. That's exercise. Like, it is what it is. I can promise you, sisters, we don't care. I promise you, we don't care. We got children in here, so I'm not going to be graphic, but I promise you, we don't care. Go ahead and play.
I have them. He's probably like, ooh, they're a little like, just like getting something upgraded on your car or something like that. Like, I'm saying I'm a car, but
wait, Paul, and so whatever. You see how superficial it is. She's comparing herself to a car, a new shiny, because you know, brothers, we get a new car. We wash our car. We get a detail every week. But she's comparing herself to a superficial, inanimate object that has no value outside of what a man deems it. Go ahead and play.
I get the point. Okay, so I'm sure you're just making a decision that you want to do it for you, not for anybody else. Like, I didn't get mine done because I was trying to impress a guy. Like, I wasn't trying to impress DC or any other guy out there. I just think that they just look so much nicer for yourself. You fit clothes better, bathing suits better, and
wait.
also
Pause.
they just start.
You hear the attention seeking? Because if the man that you're with, who you're having children with, says he doesn't care, then why are you trying to do it to look good in the bathing suit? For who? For who? It ain't for him because he don't care. Go ahead and finish it.
Started looking real sad after I had Nova, so I just want to feel comfortable being naked because I walk around the house naked all the time. Like, I'm just such that person. Like, if you lived across from me, if there was like a window across from me, you would see me like butt naked all the time. So
now take that down and then put up the other one. Now we may have to zoom in on this one though. Take that one down, put up the other one. Now I want y'all to read this. You don't have to play it because I don't need the video. Okay, well, yeah, you can pause it. Are you able to zoom in on it a little bit? Because I want them to be able to see the words on it. Okay, so go ahead and put it on the screen and I'll try to read it. Are y'all at least able to see it? Yes, no, maybe so. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You can't see it? You know, the reason why y'all can't see it on the front row is because the brothers had the bright idea of putting the chairs in front of the TVs. So y'all got to look way up here instead of looking at the TV back there. Yeah. Come on, brothers. Y'all got to put the chairs back. I'll read it, though. It says, at the bottom, it says, it was only yesterday I commented on the surgeon's post. So if you could see the picture up there in the top right, this sister, she took a photo with the doctor right before she had the procedure. And so whoever this person was, they commented on the photo on the post of the surgeon, because the surgeon, he posted it. It says, telling Miss Jackie how beautiful of a woman she is and that there was no need for a mommy makeover and that DC should have been talking her out of it. I've only just seen her reply. So she replied to it, and the comment she replied post says, he definitely was not for it, but it's my body. So rather than listening to what her husband deemed as attractive and as beautiful, she subjected herself to this mommy makeover, and she ended up losing her life. And that cosmetic surgery. Now take that down, because now let's go into the one that I had about the plastic surgery. Yeah, it's an article. Let me see. Is it that one? No. That one. But before you put that one, I actually sent you a video. I want the video. There's a video about I can't. Y'all got them.
Bruh, if Esau told y'all right now.
Can you make that bigger? I can't see that.
Especially our sisters in the world. If Esau told y'all, I can inject a nanobot into your bottom and it can rebuild your butt muscle tissues too. Sisters would do it. They would. He said, hell yeah. They would go and get them nanobots. Bruh. Yeah, BBN. Brazilian butt nanos. And they would do it. And you know how we know they would do it? Because what?
Yeah, that's start at 1 minute and 32 seconds.
When they was putting Fix-A-Flat. You know how many of our sisters was dying when they was putting Fix-A-Flat? The stuff you put in your car tire. They were squirting Fix-A-Flat and then putting super glue on the outside to keep the hole from leaking. She said, yes. She said, what is that? Mama ain't told you about the world and what was going on out there. But no, it was happening. It was just saying that there was a thing of the vainglory. Go ahead.
All right, so we're going to start at 132 and we're going to end at, I got a couple of markers. Start at 132 and we're going to end at 233.
Virginia in 1787, Dr. John Peter Matower is widely recognized as America's first plastic surgeon. But it was World War I that catapulted.
So what this is getting ready to explain is where the idea and concept of these different types of surgeries came from, because it comes from somewhere, right? Go ahead and play.
The plastic surgery industry into new realms. Extensive face and head injuries from war required physicians to innovate.
They're talking about World War II now.
Blood transfusions, anesthesia, and antiseptics allow doctors to experiment with new techniques. By the 1960s, plastic surgery for purely cosmetic purposes was becoming more common. Procedures that were originally designed as medical treatments saw an uptick in patients getting them to enhance their appearance.
Wait, so what it was originally used for is, because I don't know if any of you have know about my accident, but I lost a good portion of my calf muscle in my left leg. And so what they did was, in a way to try to treat it, they kind of pulled whatever I had remaining left in my leg. They kind of pulled it to the side, and they took some skin from my thigh and then laid it on top of the sort of to close it up. And so that's saying that's the inception of plastic surgery was for things like that, right? So you had
face by a belt,
or through war, you have issues with war. They would use plastic surgery as a way to try to fix it and kind of get you back to some normalcy, right? But then as the world started to become more superficial, women's feminism starts taking place. But then now you have this, because how many of us ever heard of the Cosmopolitan, the magazine Cosmopolitan? It's not around anymore, but it was an old magazine, and it was always talking about it's around, but the what it talks about now is different than what it talked about then. And so it's a lot more superficial now, because before it was like, being a housewife and that type of thing like that. But women would always take care of their appearance, making sure that they look nice before their husband came home, because they would usually stay at home and tend to the house. But the idea, it comes from this. We're going to play. Stop at 233, and then we're going to go to 333.
Botox was first approved by the FDA as a treatment for crossed eyes.
Pause.
But Dr.
So now the purpose of Botox, its original use, I don't know how that worked, but the original use was to cure people that was cross-eyed.
So that nerve over there was pulling that eye way to the left. He was like, we're going to shoot that bit and let the one on
But watch what they found out, though.
Soon realized those injection areas didn't have wrinkles.
Pause. So it was an accident that they found out that what Botox does is it can make you look younger. So the wrinkles that happen naturally over time, Botox will just it'll get rid of them joints.
Bro, I'm still thinking about, so now, like you said, it was meant for one thing. And this is the depravity of this Esau man. It was meant to help people with cross eyes. As we used to say, you cockeyed, your eyes doing. You shoot the people in the eye straighten up a little bit. Like he said, a sense of normalcy. Everybody ain't just looking at your job and trying to see where you're looking at. But he takes it and changes it to vanity.
Right.
Because he could easily say, we're not doing that. This is to fix cross eyes. The same way that the little blue pill was for heart problems.
Right.
They found out it made something else work, and they was like, the hell with the heart problems. Because
you know how many brothers I had heart attacks on them things?
But how many... Who thinks of my eye cross and say, I'm going to go get some Botox?
Not now, anyway.
You don't think of that. Because it went from something that could have been used for good
to now vanity.
All right.
Right. So now, you can go to skip that. No, go to play this. Stop at 233.
Only are we reconstructing function of the face and body, but now we're also helping to bolster and confidence by doing cosmetic.
So they said now, with the point of doing the cosmetic surgery now is we're boasting the confidence. Remember, Second Timothy says they're going to be lovers of themselves, boasters. Well, what's the point? It's that vainglory. Vainglory. Go to 333. And we're going to play to 444.
Bill Clinton signed a bill into law, allowing reconstructive surgery to be covered by health insurance. And by 2005, cosmetic procedures almost doubled over reconstructive ones. In 2020, over 24 million cosmetic procedures were performed worldwide.
Paul, how much stuff can you fix? How insecure do you have to be within yourself? 24 million?
Look, I said I want the confidence of a little old white woman someday. You ever been in the airport and seen a little old white lady with them nasty ass feet and they still be wearing sandals
and lipstick?
And you be like, she could have got them feet fixed. I know she could have. But
with
she
the veins
didn't.
all showing?
No. I'm talking about the one that be sideways like.
Oh, the feet be like, yeah, like.
They toes be, you be like how you even walking? But
and not in pain.
But she didn't go get reconstructive surgery to fix her toes. But you go get it to change your nose bar. Deacon ASAP.
Go ahead and play.
But it was the U.S. that had the highest number of both surgical and non-surgical
watch this. I want you to. Remember, we're talking about the rise of the BBL. Watch the two places that those 24 million that had the most surgery. Go back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, 10 seconds is good. That's fine. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Over 24 million cosmetic procedures were performed worldwide. But it was the U.S. that had the highest number of both surgical and non-surgical treatments, leading the way with over 4,600,000 procedures. Brazil comes in second, often serving as a destination for hopeful plastic surgery candidates around the globe. There are 3 different categories when it comes to cosmetic plastic surgery. There are surgical procedures, non-invasive type procedures, and then there are injectables and fillers. The most common plastic surgery performed in the U.S. is breast augmentation.
Pause. Now look at it. These are the actual surgeries. What the heck is rhinoplasty?
No job.
Abdominoplasty.
Tummy tuck.
Butt augmentation. Eyelid surgery.
That's the Asians.
Why you got to change your eyelid?
That's
What's
Asian.
wrong?
Asians do that. That's mostly that one I know was a lot of crazy rich Asians. They be trying to get the round eye so they more appealing to the white people. Make your eye look circle, not like almond eye, no almond eye. You want walnut eye.
Go ahead and play. Yeah, bro. I told you he do the best Moab impression. Go ahead and play.
You see, they make the walnut eye. Don't make the almond eye. You cut them, make them more circle, don't make them flat way, make them circle way.
Go ahead and play.
Followed by liposuction and eyelid surgery. Botox was the number one
So now you got Botox. How many of you know about the hyaluronic acid? It's the new thing now that's in like a lot of the makeups, a lot of the purpose of it. Now the hyaluronic acid is actually does have some good uses, but what they found out though is that what it does is it can level out your skin. It can actually help get rid of wrinkles because what it does, it helps to tighten the skin. So not necessarily blotches. No, it's now when it comes to blotches, that's what photo rejuvenation is. So like if you got like not moles or like you got certain different colors in your pigment in your skin, they can get rid of that joint.
I'm surprised hair removal ain't higher. Much as sisters, women shave and try to be smooth. You would think that they would fry more of their hair follicles.
Remember, but this chart, it's not just women. This brothers as well too.
I mean,
it's men as well too. I'm coming to the brothers.
Yeah, but men don't remove their hair as much. What the ball?
They remove it from up here and put it right here.
Yeah, but they remove it everywhere. Sisters be shaving everything. Everything. You would think that would be a more popular surgery. Just irradiate my armpit so I ain't never got to shave again. Look at them. They all like, I get that one. I ain't gonna even lie.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them. They all like, I would definitely get that one.
Go ahead and play. We're gonna stop at what I say, 444.
Deodorant just running down your back because you ain't got no hair on your
right.
Surgical procedure worldwide. Although plastic surgery, like any surgery, carries risk, the vast majority of patients in the U.S. are satisfied with their results. In 2019, 98% of those who got breast augmentation and 97% of those who got a tummy tuck said they'd do it again.
Wait, so if 98% said that they enjoyed it, then why would you do it again? If it worked the first time, why would you do it again?
That's why they would do it again. They were like, I don't give a damn how much it hurt. The way y'all look afterwards, do it again.
Because you start to get addicted to it. You start changing and start manipulating and start doing, it becomes addictive. Just like how many of y'all have ever heard how they say tattoos are addicting, right? They say you get one and now I gotta keep getting, you gotta keep getting more. Then you see you got next thing you know you got whole half and whole sleeves.
Man, I got a Drew Hill tattoo on my arm. I don't even know why I got
stop
it.
Playing.
It's the dragon.
No, you did not confess.
The dragon.
You did not just okay. So you don't actually have Drew Hill. You just got the dragon.
I just got the dragon.
Why do you have a dragon?
Because it looked cool at the time, and that's how much money I had.
We knew a brother. He's no longer with us. This man had a big ass tattoo of Caesar bow on his back. I'm talking about Caesar bow was on a cross like this. Yo. And it was funny was it didn't even look like Caesar bow. Like it looked like some dude that was in Spain somewhere. Like just some random dude.
Hey, I had a friend in the world.
Yo, one of our officers, I ain't gonna name his name, but one of our officers, 50, he has a tattoo that says water, but it has an exclamation point.
Water.
So it's not even a question. It just says water. Like he's
excited about water.
He's excited about water.
I knew a buddy of mine in the world. He got a tattoo in jail, and it was supposed to be of a lady, but she had pecs instead. He had a man chest.
Shim.
The dude, I guess the dude who did the tattoo had forgot what a woman shaped like, so he just kind of gave it.
Yo, it was a brother on UGL today. He said he called them Mr. Ladies.
Sir, ma'am.
Right. So go to
brother.
Let's finish this out. Go to 6:17, 6 minutes and 17 seconds, and we're gonna go to 7 minutes and 56 seconds.
The problem is if complications arise.
Going under the knife has always carried some sort of stigma. Many celebrities, including Kylie Jenner, Tyra Banks, and Lady Gaga, notoriously spoke out against plastic surgery and later came clean about getting
Pause. So now they're saying that these celebrities spoke out against it. Play.
Work done.
I think that the taboo for plastic surgery has often been that
go back a little bit. About the part go just a little bit more. Go ahead and play.
Under the knife has always carried some sort of stigma. Many celebrities, including Kylie Jenner, Tyra Banks, and Lady Gaga, notoriously spoke out against plastic surgery and later came clean about getting some cosmetic work done.
Wait, pause. So how you gonna speak out against it, but you still behind the scenes going to go get it done?
That's kind of like that one dude at that one the one school where they wear stars on their headbands.
Mm-hmm.
Always talking about sissy stuff.
Right.
Maybe he just like that. Like they adamantly talk about how
out of the abundance of the heart.
But really they under the low they doing it.
Right.
So they out there telling you, I would never, and you should be natural and love yourself. But then they go to the hospital and be like, suck mines out. Get the vacuum, put the vacuum on his abs.
Hey, go ahead and play. We're going to 7 minutes and wherever. What I say, 7 minutes and what? All right, bet.
The taboo for plastic surgery has often been that it's seen as something that is unnecessary, or when you say cosmetic surgery, seen as unnecessary. We've also seen cosmetic surgery as showing signs of insecurity. So that if you are doing cosmetic surgery to completely change your appearance is part of your identity. So I think part of the taboo has been a rejection of identity because you're pursuing cosmetic surgery.
But a few things have changed the negative perception of cosmetic treatments, namely pop culture and social media. What was once seen as a denial of self shifted into a popular and accepted trend for everyday people.
It's an accepted trend to have surgery.
Themselves, in a photograph on Instagram, they can filter their appearances and they see what they like as a change. So they can also image themselves to come up with a look that they think reflects themselves.
Pause.
And
so you hear what he says. He says, so that goes into all of these different selfies. You take it with all these different angles because now I can see myself in a certain way. The camera's not lying to you. What it sees is what it sees. But because you're not okay with that, because your esteem is not where it should be, I need to find the right angle. I don't really like taking pictures. I'm not photogenic. Who says who? According to whose perspective? Go ahead and play.
Someone asked us if we can help them achieve that. But I think with social media, filters that come through social media, people seeing their friends and seeing people that they admire morphed and trying to emulate that to some degree. So that's how social media has changed it. It's become more acceptable.
Another thing helping to change the narrative.
You can stop right there. So now give me Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs 31. It's a popular chapter, right? Proverbs 31. And then give me the other video. Let me see. Can you make that bigger so I can see it? Oh, no, the number 4. Number 4. Give me number 4. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 31, and we're going to read verse number 30.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
So when it says favor is deceitful, it's talking about like that charm, that what the scripture calls like the wantonness, the
praise too.
Exactly. It says that it can be deceitful, right? Because what are you showing, or what are you? How do I say it the right way? Help me out, officer. That right, exactly. That's it right there. Because now, you know, well, what's
it's treated a certain way. It's kind of
temptations.
Like
when they say beauty's only skin deep.
Oh,
that's the point. That's the point I was trying to get to.
The temptations. I like.
No. The song "Beauty's Only Skin Deep." Yeah. Some of y'all kind of young. You ever heard Temptation, Joshua? Father in Heaven.
Are you saying the song is called Temptation?
No, the group.
That's what I said. The Temptations.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's not what I said.
Just make it sense.
The group, the singing group, these guys, right? They have a song called "Beauty's Only Skin." I know Sister Roberta. No, that was your joint, right? Exactly.
Robin Harris said, "Beauty is skin deep, but ugly is to the bone."
To the bone, exactly. But that's what the scripture is saying. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. So it's because we're going to deal with 1 Timothy as well too.
You know what else that make you think of? When it says that favor is deceitful. Sometimes because you look a certain way or you do certain, people treat you a certain way.
Right.
Oh, she used to getting in the VIP, or you know, the brother open the door for her wherever she go. After a while, that begins to warp her brain. It deceives her into thinking that she's more than what she is. And this same thing can go for our vain brothers. He's swole and he doing all these things. That's why the scriptures tell you that exercise profited little. You see what I'm saying? Because you could be in those positions and after a while you like, I'll lift it. iPhone 14. Nothing to a guy like me. You know, or, you know, you being called on because you may be looked at as, oh man, this brother in shape, you know, he got it all together. You could tell, look, he always smelling good and he get invited to all of the parties. After a while, it deceives you into thinking that you're something more than what you are. But this is referring to women, but I just was saying that it can happen both ways. You know what I'm saying? But then he said that beauty is vain. But guess what? He's telling you that those things that got you that favor, because that's generally what gets us favor. You know what I'm saying? We very rarely, especially worldly, excel off of our actual talent. A lot of times it's who you know, how you like what Dion used to say, if you dress good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. And it's ultimately, you know, he's like, yeah, you get down to you playing good and they'll, you know, give you what you're looking for. But it starts with how I look.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Even the point of Deion Sanders playing as well as he played, it started with, how do I look? How do I, when I get up and I look in the mirror, do I say, hell yeah, I'm finna kill their ass today? But the Lord said, that's vanity. He said, that's vanity. And the favor that it gets you is nothing. You only got there because you look like this, or you act like this, or, you know what I'm saying, you may made those people feel so comfortable with your womanly charms and ways, but then you look and you see behind, she's doing nefarious deeds to maintain her position. You know what I'm saying? Or he is giving up parts of their self spiritually to be able to maintain that stuff, like how we see like the sister Jackie O. Yeah, she had to do those things to maintain that favor, because without that beauty, she could no longer be a wild and out girl. But the person who took her from the stage and from the highlight of always having to be in fishnets and coochie cutters She didn't care what he had to say.
Right, because he said he didn't like it. He didn't care.
That wasn't her concern. The favor had deceived her. Mm-hmm. The Instagram likes, the followers, the endorsements, those are favors. And they deceived her. They made her think that I have to maintain this because, yeah, he liked me, but being liked by him not gonna get me no endorsements. Ain't nobody checking for DC Young Fly Baby Mama. They looking for pretty Jackie O all the time. And y'all sisters, and y'all have to have that same, I'm not saying have that same, excuse me. Be thoughtful of those mindsets.
Right.
Now, if we saying come in here in a trash bag and say, I'm serving the Lord. No, sister. Have some pride about yourself. Have some, and not the destructive pride, but have some care for yourself.
Right.
Like the scriptures tell us that, health and good health is above all things. You know what I'm saying? Even our foremother Esther, she didn't care to do it, but she did it because she had to. But guess what? You still have to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? You still have to do those things, but don't let the fact that the sisters always shalom you and say, "Oh, you always smell every Sabbath. You smell so good." Girl, we all in here sweating and hiding, got sweat draining down your back, but somebody told you smell so good, so you got to make sure the next Sabbath, I'm going to put this one going to kill their ass this Sabbath. They ain't never smelled this one before. You go get to the bird scent club. You're like, I'm finna get all the new smell for $32 a month. I'm going to smell like all the new freshest smell.
You know why that's vain too? Because most of the sisters don't even interact with the brothers. So who are you smelling good for?
The sisters.
Smelling good for the sisters.
They smelling good because they want to say shalom, sis, and like this.
And get that attention.
Smell.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides smell.
They want the attention. Mm-hmm.
Shalom. Most High Christ bless. You smell the Fendi. I don't know no other Gucci Fendi. I don't know no other what they call designer stuff. Liz,
now you know back in the day, brothers wore Curve. That was our joint.
Yeah.
Y'all know about
that
Curve and Cool Water. I ain't never wore Cool Water. I did Curve.
Cool Water.
I did Curve.
You know
you did that Curve, Cal?
The
you know about that Curve?
The little Curve had a whole bunch of them. I had the little sampler pack. Remember we used to get that Joker? And it had like 5 different colognes. The officer said,
yeah. Brothers on that Curve, boy.
But I'm saying like, y'all have to have the mind frame of why you doing it? What are you thinking about as you doing that kind of stuff? Sisters and brothers, like, because you can be setting yourself up for failure, because the end of that verse say what? But a woman who loved the Lord.
Oh, it says, I got you.
It
says, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
That's where your real favor come from. Mm-hmm. That's where your real praise come from. Your praise come when you doing the work of the Lord, and you're not doing it out of strife and vainglory. You see, it's a whole bunch. We got big printers in here. Somebody got to fold these flyers. You ain't folding the flyers so senior sister could see you. You folding the flyers because the work got to get done, and you want to be useful to the Lord. You want to be helpful to God's mission. You want to be helpful to what Christ got going on, but no. You want certain sisters to see you. I got offices. I put in work. I put in big bricks.
I'm about to say high karate. I forgot about that. I forgot about the high karate.
Jupe. You know what I'm saying? But so you gotta be doing it for the praise of the Lord. You love the Lord. You say, Christ, I don't want to die here. And if flyers got to be folded, then I'm fold flyers. If somebody got to wash these little seat cushions that fold them in farting in 3 Sabbaths in a row, then I'm going to put them in a bag and I'm going to wash them. Not to be seen, but because you doing it for the body of Christ. Mm-hmm. You're not doing it for you to be praised because you smell so good. And because your hair wrap look like a flower on front of your forehead. So you got a little rose. You did so good with I'm going to learn how to do that. No, that's not what it's about. Yes, should you look good and have a care for how you look? Yes. Do you want to come in here raggedy? No, because you are royal people. You have to remember that. You are a royal nation.
So you have to look like it.
Right. You're gonna carry that. But that means that is just the norm for how we move because we're royalty.
And also too, officer, like usually when it comes to being attracted to the opposite sex, it's initially always physical, right? And so that's what I want to make sure that I drive home. So there's nothing, because we're going to read the scripture about the women wearing the makeup and stuff like that. But when it comes to it being superficial, right, and it's for the attention of others, that's where we have to draw the line. And a lot of times, sisters have put themselves in very compromising positions. Take on this video right here, start at 1 minute and 40 seconds. How many of you sisters have worn the waist trainers before?
Spanx.
And the question would be, what's the point? What's the point? Because here's a question. It only helps over a long period of time. If the point of wearing it is for you to try to shape yourself, it's not something that happens overnight. You have to subject yourself to this unnecessary torture. You can't even breathe half the time because you have it so tight. But you know where it comes from? It comes from white women. You know what they called it back in the day? A corset. Watch this. Start right here.
Today, corsets are worn as a fashion statement or as shapewear, or the laces are not tightened more than necessary. But in Victorian times, corsetry involved tight lacing, in which a corset's laces were pulled progressively tighter and tighter on the regular basis to achieve the smallest possible waist. Inspired by the Gibson girl feminine idol in the late 19th century, women wanted to achieve a S-shaped figure. Women wore corsets from a very young age, and it was common.
Look at that. On the left is a normal rib cage, but after years and years of wearing that corset, look at it on the right side.
Goodness,
it done folded up your ribs.
Your lungs can't even expand.
That's health issues. It causes health issues. Go ahead and play.
For the rib cages to become permanently bent. This desire to attain an hourglass figure using corsets had lasting effects on the skeleton, such as deforming ribs and misaligning the spine. According to experts, the average adult woman's waist size was 22 inches in circumference in the 19th century England. Compared to a 2001 study on British women's bodies, a 22-inch waist is more than 10 inches smaller than today's average. When used with tight lacing, corsets would often lead to restricted breathing.
Pause. Wait, and we laugh, but this is even then what white women's idea of beauty was. This is what they did. They subjected themselves to this nonsense. And guess who followed behind them? See, they call it waist trainers today. What are you training your waist to do? To be just like this.
Well, look what
you folding up your inside.
Look what they calling that.
It ain't supposed to be right there.
You wonder why your stomach bulging out down at the bottom part. That's donkey done pushed all the way down, and now it's a big intestine ball of fecal matter just protruding from your lower waistal area.
Go ahead and play.
The shapewear structure, corsets compress the abdominal organs, leading to poor digestion. Tight lacing causes Glenard's disease, which is marked by muscle atrophy or wasting away of muscles and shifting of the organs away from their natural positions.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, take that down.
That now
put up the TikTok
you don't
video.
have no core control, like your body just weak as hell in the middle because you can't even, like you done almost cut yourself in half.
Not that one. That one.
Let me get a script. Let me get Ecclesiastes 6 and 9. Ecclesiastes 6.
Oh wait, before that one, do number 1 first.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 9.
So say don't sneeze. Well, yeah, you sneeze, but all your organs coming out your bones.
Like, ooh,
all of it coming out.
My corset.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 9.
That's not the video. Yeah, put up the video, not the photo. Yeah, I said number 1, but I thought it was a bit. You go ahead, Officer. Go ahead.
I'm waiting on the reader.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 9. Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire.
The Lord say it's better for you to be able to understand these scriptures and have your health. You know, say sight of the eyes. Okay, you in good health. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes ain't diminished. You're not weak in strength. He says, better is the sight of the eyes, read,
than the wandering of the desire.
So that means you following behind the trends. Just like they showing that this became a trend. And the trend went from a nice little curve to now smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. The same thing with, as the officer saying, it went from the rise of the BBL. It went from bigger to bigger to bigger. Like, it's a lady on that show where they be trying to fix people's surgeries. She's sitting there trying to twerk and be funny, but she got deteriorating booty muscles. She got rotten flesh in her cheeks, and it's busting down because all of them surgeries and squirting jive in there and all kind of. But he said it's better to have your health. It's better to understand the commandments of God. It's better to have eyes that can see than to be chasing every desire, chasing every trend, chasing every fashion. How the black woman went from, now her face got gold cheeks when and brown, when she used to just have that brown lip line. You know, 1990s they had that brown, super brown line. Now all of them got nose and big butterfly eyebrow. Now they look like eagle wings. It's like this and a sharp, and then it got like a white highlight around the front of it. I be like, it's like a bird. Like if you look at their nose and then it look like a bird. But he said it's better to have good health than to keep chasing wandering desires. Read on.
This is also vanity and vexation of spirit.
Said, this is vanity and vexation of your spirit. One, you vain. Two, you're never going to reach that because guess what? Soon as you get the makeup technique right, it change. Soon as you get the money to get the BBL, we don't do them no more. And now you still trying to keep up. Your spirit still vexed, trying to keep up with every changing of desire, every trend of the world, every new thing that pop up in the earth. You like, I want one too. And that go for y'all brothers too. You be on the same thing. You got a haircut that make your face look right. But no. You can't just be forehead bald. You got to put the glue on your job now. You got the
Beijing.
Yeah, you got the they put it in a salt pepper shaker. He in there with some super glue and a salt pepper shaker. Now you wondering if the Lord hear your prayers, because every time you go to pray, you like, is my head covered? I don't even know.
Yo, go to
have mercy on me.
Go to when they're sitting down. Just fast forward a little bit.
Ask that camp during Day of Atonement and wipe that thing.
Now go forward just a little bit. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going. Right there. Play from right there. Now, what y'all out of everything that we saying, the strife and fame, glory. I'm sorry, this is hilarious to me. This is what you don't want to be, sisters. This is what you don't want to be. Go ahead and put this on the screen. Some of y'all young Jews probably don't remember this movie. How many of y'all know about Cherry Surprise? See, the young Jews don't know. Y'all gonna learn today, young brothers. Y'all gonna learn today. Go ahead and play. Make sure the volume's on.
I hope I didn't disappoint you.
Well, I have a confession to make too.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Really?
My eyes aren't really green. You know what else?
Oh, no secret.
This is nice in the summer. Oh, wait. I am glad to get these off.
No, not that.
Right.
Not the tits. Please tell me.
They're not even the right color. This voluptuous ass of mine. Guys, always get a kick out of this one. Wait.
The leg thing.
Oh, God, I feel so much better. I know you do, too.
Look. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. You.
No way.
I have got to.
Oh, please, Jeremy, come on. Don't make me hop after you.
Yo, take it off the screen. Oh my goodness. Now, that was for the sisters. Now for the brothers. Put up number that one right there. Put up that one right there. This is what happens when, what's the word? Not super, I'm gonna make a word up. I'll say being superficial happens to a man. Play this.
DK and 6 inches taller.
Start from the beginning. Go back from the beginning. Y'all see that 170K? This man spent $170,000 on a procedure. Let's find out what happened.
170K and 6 inches taller. That's how much this man spent on 2 leg lengthening surgeries. Moses Gibson was struggling to find a girlfriend due to his 5'5" height.
He said that he was struggling to find a girlfriend because in his mind he was too short.
He just didn't get a midget.
But
remember what we were saying. The men, we do it for women. Y'all do it for women. What the hell going on? All right.
Go to play.
He initially tried medication and consulted with a spiritual healer. After these methods failed, he opted for the more painful and expensive route, surgery. During the procedure, doctors broke Moses' tibia and fibula bones and inserted magnetic limb-lengthening nails. He now uses a device 3 times a day to gradually increase his height by creating...
How much lack of self-esteem do you have to... And it's ridiculous because it's I'm not going to say it's understandable for women, but we know that women have a tendency to be more vain. But brothers... Like sisters, excuse me. If a brother can provide and he treats you well, does it really matter how tall he is? That what y'all say. That what y'all say. That what y'all say. He got to be tall, dark, and handsome. Tell me y'all ain't never said that.
Bro, they want the devil. They want 3 6s, 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 pack. They want the devil.
God darn. Go ahead and play.
New bone tissue, and if all goes well, he'll reach a height of 5'10" or possibly even 5'11". Moses' newfound confidence has already led to a new girlfriend, and now he encourages other men considering the surgery to go for it, despite the very dangerous risks. So, what do you think? Worth getting your legs broken for a couple inches, or not? Like and follow for more.
Paul, now put up the next video.
And trying to dunk a basketball, them shit.
Hell, if he's trying to run, because the thought process is what happens is. So they break the bone in half, and I actually just recently found out that that bone, like you can grow more bone. So what they would do is break the bone in half and then insert like these metal rods that would add length. And then the idea is that the bone is supposed to cure itself around the metal. Similar to like how when people have surgery and they got to put a rod in their leg or something like that. And so it's supposed to form around it.
You know what they doing? I'm gonna give y'all the game. All right, say you break your bone and it's like this, right? It's gonna start healing,
right?
But you remember, and I remember when I was talking to your orthopedic surgeon, and he was saying that was the lady that was looking at the X-ray. They were like, it's healing, but that material, that bone, is soft in there.
Right.
So what they doing is, he just every time it start forming, he stretch it, so they got longer to go to. Right. Keep stretching it. And they're like, all right, you can only get about. So he got about this much, 6 inches worth of extra leg. But you gotta think. It's one thing if my bone is right here and I glue it. My bone is still my bone is in there.
Mm-hmm.
But just imagine if you took this pencil and you put some glue and you just kept adding glue. That in between there ain't going to be as strong as if you put the 2 pencils together and glue. So that nigga got like some little fragile. That nigga going to try to dunk a basketball. He like, yeah, I see.
It's over.
Nigga leg gonna break like some Doritos.
Brothers, if and one of y'all ever decide y'all want to do something stupid like this for the attention of a sister, you don't need to be here.
Hey, you know what? You gonna fall out the truth. Hey, there's brothers that fall out the truth for the attention of sisters.
They call it, for the men, they call it BBLs.
BBLs?
He got a BBL.
Man, he got BBL. So now put up the other video. As a matter of fact, no, we don't need to go. Yeah, put the video. Put it up. Just play it from the beginning.
Limb lengthening surgery added 7 inches to this man's height. The surgery has been around for quite some time.
Like, it's common for brothers to do this now.
Look at a midget.
to fix length discrepancies or limb defects. But now more and more men are using it to grow taller. However, it is an incredibly painful experience. Your bone is cut in half and a lengthening device is attached to create a gap in the bone. Your bone grows to fill in the gaps created over time, and you adjust the device to lengthen the space little by little. More men are also reportedly breaking their jaws to have it formed into a more masculine, chiseled shape.
That's toxic masculinity.
Bro.
Now that's toxic masculinity. I ain't trying to be so masculine. I'm trying to break my legs in half.
Yeah, but you know what else, brothers? Put up the other one now. Put up the take that down. Next to the sunscreen. Put that on the screen.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna even lie. I just seen some of that stuff. I almost bought it today.
No, put it on the screen.
I almost bought it today.
Put it on the screen. How many of you brothers have ever heard of this before? Minoxidil. None of y'all never heard of it? What is it, BK? What is it? You say it on the mic.
It's like paint they put on their head and their balls.
No, BK. No, it's not.
No, I hear Officer Malachi talking about it.
No, that's called Beijing. No,
that's Beijing.
But what minoxidil is, it is the active ingredient that's in Rogaine. And so what a lot of brothers in the truth
is like cheat code
have done is use the minoxidil to try to help grow their beard. Not even the hair. They'd use it to try to grow a beard.
Oh, I thought you said you did it.
Yeah, no, brothers. But here's the point and the reason why I show this. Scroll down to the side effects, because I don't think it listed on here. But and sisters, you have to be so careful with it to where like you can't even just leave it around, because if it gets on your fingers and stuff, you'll start growing hair in places that you don't want to grow hair.
Some of them lip already hairy. We're like, ooh, gotta go have that surgery to get the.
Go read the side effects.
Side effects. Along with its needed effects, a medicine may cause some unwanted effects, although not all of these side effects may occur. If they do occur, they may need medical attention.
Now think about it now, because usually the side effects is worse than what you're trying to cure. Read.
Less common. Itching or skin rash.
All right, read.
Rare. Acne at site of application. Burning of scalp. Facial hair growth.
Wait. The purpose of it is the active ingredient in Rogaine. So it's supposed to grow your hair. But one of the side effects, it says facial hair growth. That doesn't make no sense.
Big face hair.
What it's showing you is that, no, just keep reading and I'll explain it. Read.
Increased hair loss.
So how you have facial hair growth but then have hair loss?
Inflammation or soreness at
Wait, hold on. I want you to think about that. How is it supposed to help you have hair growth, but then it increases the hair loss? Meaning it's chemically doing something that it ain't supposed to be doing, and your body's confused and don't know what to do with it. Go ahead and read.
Inflammation or soreness at root of hair. Readiness.
Wait. So if you have inflammation and soreness at the root of your hair, the root is where your hair grows from. So it's doing more damage than it is helping. Read.
Reddened skin, swelling of face.
Here's where it gets a little problematic.
Signs and symptoms of too much medicine being absorbed into the body. Rare.
They say that it's rare.
Blurred
but
vision.
If you don't know how to use it, this is what ends up happening.
Blurred vision or other changes in vision.
So you mean to tell me something I'm trying to make my hair grow gonna make me not even be able to see no more? Keep reading.
Chest pain, dizziness, fainting, fast or irregular heartbeat, flushing, headache.
Blood running.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of blood going to your face or wherever you're putting it at. Blood just rushes there. Read.
Lightheadedness, numbing or tingling of hands, feet, or face, swelling of face, hands, feet, or lower legs. Weight gain, rapid
weight gain. But you know what else it does, brother? That's not listed. It make your manhood don't work.
Oh no!
See, they don't put that up there.
You know what that made me think of reading them last two? When Sherman Klump started bloop.
Right. Right.
I started thinking about that. You got more scripts? Let me get 2 scripts before we shut it down.
All right.
Let me get Sirach chapter 23 and 5. Because, look, we talking and, you know me, I can't help but make certain jokes about certain things. But the seriousness is that all of us deal with a level of vanity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, I gotta have all my Israelite chains on every Sabbath. Some Jews wear every single Israelite pendant that he tucked theirs in.
But that's the point of the class, though. That's the whole point of it. Is because, like, understand that we're not saying that some things are not okay. Like, we read in the scripture how the sisters wore bracelets and they wore just like our people. We like to look nice. We like to look flashy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look at King Solomon. Like we come from the lineage of flexing. Like, that's what our ancestors did. They wore good clothes. They look nice. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with fixing your eyes. There's nothing wrong with fixing your teeth, or you want to put some makeup. There's nothing wrong with it. The problem is that when it becomes vain, that's the issue. Go ahead.
Right. Because remember, the Lord said in I think Isaiah 3, he was telling, I gave you all of these things. I gave you bracelets. I gave you earrings.
Tablets,
I gave you
the
all of
perfume
this.
boxes, all that.
Same thing with the men. I gave you chains around your neck. I gave you these things. But he also took them for the same vanity and the same disrespect. Because after a while, we begin to think that those things made us. That's why they had to tell us in Timothy, don't be with broidered hair and all of these work. Like, that's not the reason that you here. That's not the purpose of your life. Yes. Do you want some of these things so that you ain't feeling crusted? If we saying don't wash your face, that ain't what we saying. If we saying don't brush your teeth, okay, don't brush them teeth and see what you look like in 2 years. But you had that long, never mind. But I'm just saying, so with these things, we all just have to examine our motives for why we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yes, it's because we want to look good. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But we have to watch that look good, because now you're bordering on that your appearance is an anchor for you in the truth, right? You have to be mindful of that thing. That's all I'm saying. So we're not saying don't, ain't nobody want to smell your stank ass feet smelling through your boots because you said, look, I'm here to serve the Lord. Put some clean socks on. Wash your behind. Change your clothes.
How many times do we read in the Old Testament where God tell them to wash?
You got to wash. It's a commandment to wash. Same thing. You had Mephibosheth, the Lord said, this man ain't shaved it. He ain't trimmed his beard nor his feet. So we're not supposed to be dirty, and we're not supposed to be funky. We're not telling you that. We're saying be mindful of the thought pattern behind it, exactly the why behind it. Vanity is a very, very sneaky thing. It's sneaky because sometimes you will blur the line between I just like looking nice and I like hearing the compliments from people telling me I look nice. See there? That's what that line, you be like, damn, is that why I do it? Anyway, Sirach chapter 23 and 5.
Sirach chapter 23, verse 5.
Read.
Turn away from me vain hopes and concupiscence.
So the Lord say, turn away. This is how you start to fix this thing. When you think you got that spirit, or you might even be like, well, let me make sure. You ask the Lord. Read it again.
Turn away from me vain hopes and concupiscence, and thou shalt hold him up that is desirous always to serve thee.
Right. He says, turn away from me those evil things, those lustful things. Turn those ways away from me, that I may be able to always be desirous to serve the Lord. That my goal is to serve you, God, Most High. My goal is to honor Christ. Read.
Let not the greediness of the belly nor lust of the flesh take hold on me.
So this is what you gotta ask for. Don't let me fall into this man. I mean, I know I like J's, but ain't no reason for me to buy J's every month. You buy J's every other month, but you only gave $100 in alms in the last 2 months. Like, why? That's lust. That's greediness. Done got hold of you. Read.
And give not over me thy servant into an impudent mind.
He said, and don't give me over to stupidity. Don't give me over to these things that's going to hurt me and take me away from serving you. Don't let me just be so desirous of praise and so desirous of my lust and so desirous of these lustful things that they don't help nobody here. It put a spirit on everybody. Everybody now, it's like You see one person do something, they get some praise, next thing you know, everybody doing it. Like, why you did it? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you get those boots? These the boots that everybody got. Did you really need those boots, or did you just want to be accepted of everybody? The order is black boots, black cargo, gold fringes, black or purple, with a clean and neat appearance. You understand what I'm saying? Not, oh, I gotta make sure I have more doggone shirts than everybody. I'd be mad I bought more shirts and then they changed the logo and now I just got shirts I can't even wear to nowhere. They like put them in a what you call it, a little frame to just remember all the different eras you went through in Israel United in Christ, because you don't wear that shirt no more. All right, that's it.
All right, I got a couple more scriptures, and then we're gonna shut it down. Give me 1 Peter chapter 3. We're gonna start at verse 3. Like I said, and that, you know, the whole point of the class is just learning how to change the mindset. Learning, you know, the world has, or we've gone by the world's definition and the world's standard of what beauty is, and not looked into the scriptures. Like even Captain Barnes was talking today, like, brothers, that's forehead bald. It's lawful. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I guarantee you can find your sister that don't care about it. She probably care more about you helping her, you know, get through life, and y'all, you know, you providing that type of thing, than she do care about your hair. And if she does, then that she ain't the one for you anyway. Read 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair, and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
Right. So our adorning shouldn't be based upon the superficial things. It shouldn't be based upon what we wear or how you have your hair. You know, and once again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having nice shirts and nice clothes. I like nice watches. I like to smell good. You know, that's my thing. You know, I'll give an example. Like even with my wife, like I absolutely detest lipstick. It is like it's almost like whatever the worst thing that you can imagine. Like that's, to me, that's what it is, right? And so, but my wife, she likes to wear it. But when I expressed to her that I didn't like it, she didn't give me a hard time about it. Her thought process was, okay, this is what my husband likes. This is what my Lord likes. Let me give him what he likes. So she took to the point to where now, and I laugh at it now, and I never told this to her, like, cause I don't necessarily care. Like she sometime, like back about a year or so ago, when she would get her nails done, she would call me and ask me, okay, well, you know, what color do you think I should get my nails? I don't care. I don't care. What? Who cares? I don't care, because I don't care about fingernail polish. I don't care about toenail polish. I don't really care. I don't even look at it. Now I'll notice when she does it, but when she does it, she'll do it for herself, because in her mind, you know, maybe wearing the fingernails polish, or she don't do fake nails. She'll just paint her regular nails. But maybe from her perspective, it gives her some confidence about herself. She thinks that she looks good by wearing these types of things, right? There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel confident in doing these things, there's nothing wrong with it. Putting your makeup on, you want to look nice or whatever. But just understand that your husband's idea of beauty is going to be completely different, and that a lot of things that you do, it ain't because that's what he likes. Now, if he says he likes it, all praise to the Most High, because now you know that you're doing something that he deems as attractive, right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart.
That's what's most important. It's the inside. That's what God is judging us by. Because you can be the most attractive person on this earth. You can have all the muscles. You can have that hourglass figure. But if your personality, like I'm pretty sure, brothers, you may have known at some point in your life sisters that may have just been in your mind was just wildly attractive. But then when you talk to them and open up their mouth, she's mean. She's just, like, I'm telling you, like a bad attitude. You can be the most beautiful woman on this earth. A bad attitude to a man, a counselor, you'll go from a 10 to a 1. A bad attitude will change that. That's what's more needful. That's what you need to fix. That is that inside. That's what needs to be cleansed. Keep reading.
And that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
Wow. So what do ornaments do? They add to. They make things look better, right? because when the scriptures talk about the ornaments, let's think about like the earrings and those type of things, right? That's is done to make a more appealing presentation. But it says the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. That's what's more needful. That's what should be shown forth, because that's what's considered and deemed more beautiful. Keep reading.
Which is in the sight of God of great price.
Keep reading.
For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
Wait a minute. So women in the Bible didn't adorn themselves based upon their physical appearance. It was done based upon their husbands. And it says that they did it because they trusted God. Well, why would you trust God for that? Because it's the man's responsibilities to provide your basic necessities. He's going to provide your shelter. He's going to provide your food, your clothing. So if that's his responsibility, then wouldn't you want to make him feel more comfortable, make him feel more appreciated? If he has to take care of your livelihood, if this is his responsibility, wouldn't it be more appeasing to just give him what it is that he's asking for rather than what you think? Because that happens a lot. A lot of times sisters think, or they superimpose their idea of beauty, their ideas and concepts on certain things on their husbands, rather than just simply asking, hey, what do you like? What do you think? What's important to you? You understand? Give me 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 7.
1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 7.
Oh, let me get there real quick. Yes, sir. Find Samuel. All right, go ahead.
1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
So, brothers, don't worry about you not being tall or you not having all the muscles. Most of us around 32, 33, we get what's called a dad bod. Even if you ain't no dad, you get the dad bod. Everybody except Zachariah, he got muscles. That's he ain't married yet. He got muscles because he trying to let the sister say he got muscles. Sister, he can pick you up, sisters. Brother Zachariah, he can pick you up. You want to be picked up, he can pick you up. That brother doing good for himself too. Brother got him a house, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put your business out there. That brother single, you know what I'm saying? Brother doing his thing. But the point though is that, you know, that's my brother right there, man. Zachariah, that's my man's right there. You know what I'm saying? He's single, you know. But the point though is that the self-esteem that we have, brothers, that's the old man. That's not how we should see ourselves. You should see yourself as a mighty prophet. You should see yourself as a man of God. When you walk, you hold your head down. You know, one of the things it absolutely burns my spirit when I can hear a man walking. What I mean is when you walking and you scraping, you dragging your feet on the ground. I hate that. God. I be want to punch them brothers in their chest. Pick your feet up when you walk. You a man. Hold your head up. I hate seeing a man walk with his head down. No. When you walk, you hold your head up. When you walk, pick your feet up. Walk like you got some confidence.
Like he dragging a wagon in the hood.
Right. Pick your feet up when you walk. Sisters do that when they be wearing their flip-flops and stuff. You ain't no damn woman. Pick your feet up when you walk. Have some confidence about yourself.
Right.
You're not that old man who the world says you are. You're not that thug anymore.
The scriptures say, put on your glorious warlike apparel.
Glorious and warlike apparel. Because that's what it is. We're at war right now. You know, and we read Numbers 10 and 9 every single time before we start camp. Y'all brothers that go to camp, you know, we read that. Because when we're going to camp, we're warring for our people's minds because the world has polluted it to make you think that you're less than what you are, and you're not. If any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Sister, if any sister is in Christ, she is a new creature. Old things are passed away, and behold, everything becomes new. So even the mindset and how you see yourself needs to change. Like we laughing and joking about the corsets and the waist trainers and stuff like that. We laugh and joke about the minoxidil, but the scripture says that God has created what? Sirach 38. He created medicines of the earth. There's herbal things that you can do if you want to grow a beard or put hair on your head. Sisters, how long have Bishop been saying burn the fat? You don't got to subject yourself to these surgeries and things like that and wearing all this stuff that's hurting your inside. Just go walking. Change your diet and walk. That's all you got to do. Here's the funny thing about it. People that are in really good shape will tell you that 80% of your weight loss and how you want to look is what you put in your mouth. It ain't even about you exercising. Exercising is more so just for toning. But that weight loss, stop eating late at night. Stop eating them French fries and them hamburgers and that fried chicken. If you care about your figure, if you want to look a certain way, just change how you eat. Same with brothers. You want to get some muscles like Zach? Like Shlomiel?
You gotta drink this jive.
You gotta drink more water. Stop drinking sugary drinks.
You gotta drink Propel. Ain't got no water, no calorie, no sugar, but some kind of way it tastes sweet.
It do. And as we get older, brothers and sisters, but as we get older, brothers, we have to take better care of ourselves, better care of our bodies. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, to the point where Esau said at the age of 40, he gotta play with your booty now because he gotta make sure you ain't got nothing. Yeah, that's something to look forward to when y'all younger Jews when you get 40 years old.
Y'all lucky. They don't do it no more. I just had to get it done. They just took a poop sample.
Oh, praises to the highest. I
did have to catch some poop. That's better, right?
Yeah, it's better. It's better than Esau.
He like, you gotta catch it and then scrape it in a little container.
But the whole point, and I just want everybody to understand that the whole point of this class is we're not looking at beauty from the eyes of our oppressor.
Right.
We're not doing things for vainglory anymore. It's okay to be confident. It's okay, especially for you men. It is not, what's the word? Not expedient for you to be carrying yourself as if you have low self-esteem.
Hunched over.
To hell with, even if a sister may have told you that she's not attracted to you, or a sister may have rejected you. Who cares? That's her loss.
She ain't the one.
She ain't the one. I'm gonna show you why. Watch this. I just thought about this. Give me Jeremiah 4, and it's gonna be the last scripture. Watch. I'm gonna show you why. Jeremiah chapter 4, and verse. Let me see. Start at verse 29. Watch this.
Jeremiah.
Here's why I say it's gonna be her fault.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 29. The whole city shall flee for the noise of the horsemen and bowmen. They shall go into the thickets and climb up upon the rocks. Every city shall be forsaken, and not a man dwell therein.
So now imagine, because Bishop been going over 2 Ezra 16 for the past 6-7 months. And so imagine somebody coming to break into your house, or somebody coming to cause harm. Or even if you're out and you have to call the police. How comfortable would you feel if a woman showed up versus a man? Think about tumultuous times. Exactly. Think about tumultuous times. Because it says, the whole city shall flee for the noise of the horsemen and the bowmen. So you're being attacked. Read verse 30.
Verse 30. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do?
So when all this happens, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Somebody breaking your house, what are you gonna do? Somebody's causing a problem or threatening you, what are you gonna do? Read.
Though thou closest thyself with crimson.
You know, crimson is the color red. So imagine putting on nice clothing, right? A nice red dress, right? Read.
Though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold. Though thou rentest thy face with painting.
So you putting on nice clothes, you got your makeup on, you looking good, your face beat. Read.
In vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life.
They don't give a damn about how you look. All them corset, all that stuff, in that day, it ain't gonna matter. You know what they gonna want? A man to protect them. That's how important you are. Right. So, brothers, sisters, we're gonna change the way we think and change the way we see ourselves. We're gonna start walking in confidence. Understand that the God that created everything that we see created us and then deemed us as beautiful. Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon 13, he is the author of beauty. So when he created you, he did not make a mistake. Now, what happens is we may have some low self-esteem, and a lot of times, when we start eating a lot, or we start getting depressed or anxious or whatever case may be, and the way we end up is a side effect of our own mind, but that ain't how God set us up. That's not how he made us.
I eat when I'm happy. I can't flip.
The book of Psalms says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. But in whose eyes? In the eyes of Esau? No. But in the eyes of God, we're perfect. Right. So, brothers and sisters, that's all I got. Unless you want to bring anything else out, officer. We're gonna shut it down. And Lord's will, I pray that you all were able to get some kind of understanding about it. I know we don't really talk about this topic that often. You know, it's I think it's needed. We got to change. We definitely got to change the way we see ourselves, especially you men.
Yeah.
Especially you men. I can't.
A lot of men got beat up
Yeah.
in the world. Not physically beat up, but I know even me, I still struggle with some of those things. Like y'all might hear me teaching and my voice might go a little. Because my mama used to tell me, take that bass out your voice when you talking to me, and then I developed a habit of, I ain't even say nothing, man. You know.
Right.
And sometimes even when the situation, you know, when I get upset, my voice will go, man, what you think? And I'm like, that's because when I used to get mad, and I would say something to my mama, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because my mom ain't had no husband. Well, she had one, but still, she'd be like, who the hell you think you talking to like that?
Right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? And those are things that we have to start reversing and correcting and cure. And that's just me. I don't know. Some of y'all probably got some stuff but I'm just saying for me, you know what I'm saying? Or like I've told an officer before, like, you know, I grew up in a household where I'd be like, Mama, I want to go be a whatever. You finna sit your ass down and go do, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, Z. And you be like, before you know it, you build a pattern of just not going after the things that you dream of because you've been told so many times, man, go sit your ass down and go do this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us as men, we have to learn to start correcting those things. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not having the confidence of knowing, like the officer said, if that sister don't want you, then she gone. You saw what this nigga did. He went and cut it down leg in half.
Script say men go out of their wits for women.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you cut your legs,
because he ain't had the confidence to be, well, that ain't the one for me. If she don't like me at like we've been noticed. I know I've been noticing lately. We'll say, oh, a sister, no matter how old she is, no matter what wrong with her, she always thinks she can get another man. Men, we be like, well, I'm getting too old to be out here trying to find a whole nother woman. Nah, you got to be okay with this ain't the one for me, or she don't want to keep these commandments. Yeah, it's easy to say now. It's easy to say, she ain't keeping these commandments. I still a vista, baby. Yeah, right. We done seen brothers when she don't keep them commandments, he don't keep them no more either. It just was so stressful, man. I had to take care of my house. No, because you didn't have the confidence. You didn't have the confidence in the Lord, and you didn't have the confidence in yourself to stand up manfully in the face of such that oppress you. Your wife was oppressing you. She wasn't listening. We don't have those things sometimes. We're not confident in. I give you a perfect example. Who seen how Deacon Labaca hair is? You see these forehead bald brothers that's scared to just let that thing throw out in the back? Well, he say, I got to get this thing as close to legal as I could get it. I asked the brother, I say, what if Christ said a one guard is baldness?
Officer Iron, I'm finna send you something.
What if Christ say, I put a one guard on? What if Christ say that's bald? It's still hair. Just think about in the time when we was cutting our hair, you'd be like, how clean was clean? How bald is bald? But you keep doing it because you're trying to make it look a certain way because you ain't got the confidence to let them little 4 strings in the top that don't hardly do nothing just be there and then let that back part. Why? Because we so used to, man, that's going to look crazy. I ain't going to look right. Nah. If you feel like you're going to look crazy, then you just going to look crazy and then you ain't going to do it. But
put it back on screen.
You see what the difference when Deacon Lava let his grow. You like, it look good on him. No, he just has the confidence in himself to do what you know what I'm saying? And that might not be where your level of confidence is, or that might not even be what you consider confident. But what I'm saying is whatever you think of is your confidence, and you then stand and walk that way. All right. So Officer Zed ready to go.
Yeah, put this on the screen. So brothers, if you don't go get no leg surgery, just buy these joints right here if you care about your height.
That boy got some high heels on.
You know what I'm saying? They go in your shoes, can't nobody see. You can be tall tomorrow.
And 4 inches.
You can be tall tomorrow.
I'm 6'1", I put them on.
Know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right.
So That's all I got, brothers and sisters. Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
What club was that at? That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role